Whoop, whoop. Okay, now I gotta get this fire started. It's cooled down so much, the mosquitoes aren't a problem anymore. It's nice. No mosquitoes. Except that one. Bastard. Okay, let's start this fire. Let's start the fire. Oh, shit. I don't need to actually have this plugged in. Hello, hello, Cornish. Oh. Okay, that has started. That's working. It's working now. All we got to do is throw some fire in there and we're good. Actually, I saved this because I did all the prep work for dinner already. And I'm just going to start the fire like... Oh, shit. Don't do that. Much better. Much better. I'm just doing some... I'm making stuff for tonight and tomorrow because I got a bus ride tomorrow. I got to go to Toronto. I got a Spinal Tap. Woo, for me. But I'm just making some rice with corn, sriracha, soy sauce, and lunch meat. Yeah, well, it's not so fun when you're doing it to you. An 8-hour bus ride tomorrow, and then another 8-hour bus ride after it. Come on, just start. Please just start. It didn't start. Jacob Blanton, of course you can. Yeah, well, it's a lumbar puncture. They're going to stick a needle in between two of my spinal columns and take some fluid out. Surprise! I was surprised. The only good thing is they're paying for the bus ride. Yeah, you were in yesterday. You also asked for a shout out then too. Hey James, how you doing? I'm glad you're out of your induced coma. I hope that's you at least. Oh, thank you, Skip Nasty. I appreciate that. I'm trying to get this in the right position, far enough away so the phone doesn't heat up, and close enough so you can actually see the fire. How's James doing? Why should I put the fire out, Eric? Oh, definitely keep us posted. I would say text me, but I'm not that really reliable with text messages. I have my phone on Do Not Disturb a lot. Oh yeah, where is she? Cat Mom, come in, say something, anything, please. Never mind, it worked. It's changed. You are now a mod here as well. There we go. But yeah, oh fuck. It's a long story. I got a story today about everything that happened today. A long fucking story. I went and picked up my medication today, which is one of those, you know, you kind of have to do things. I've got 2 new pills paid for today, and I just got my paycheck in from work. I worked 60 hours in the last 2 weeks. I got paid for 62 hours. Went in, got my meds. I had $28 left from my paycheck because of my meds. So I was on the phone today with the social workers because I got no money for a bus ride, and they want me to go get a spinal tap tomorrow at Sunnybrook Hospital. So I've got to go there, and they're like, well, you got to be here. It's like, yeah, but I don't live in the area. I've got a part-time job up here, which is where I'm working. And then it's like, I don't got the money. And the bitch that I spoke to said, well, you should be better at managing your money to me. He's like, what are you fucking talking about? Managing my money, being responsible with my money. I spent all my money on my goddamn medication. Yeah, manage my money better. How can I manage my money when I'm spending all my money on fucking pills to keep me functional? Yeah, don't worry about this. It's all a rock base. It's forest safe. It's not too big, and I've got dousing water with me to put it out. DLC Fishing, how you doing? That's the point. If I had the disability, or if I could get Ontario work, if I could get welfare, they would be paying for the meds. Instead, I got a 20% copay, and it worked out to $584 for all my 4 pills for the next month, because they added 2 new ones on. With that, the only good thing is I phoned my lawyer after she said, oh, well, too bad you got to be there. They booked the tickets. They booked me the cheapest fucking tickets possible, too. They're putting me in economy for the bus ride, for the megabus. I'm 6'3". I barely fit on economy plus. I'm too long. That's not what I'm worried about. The good news is all the money I spent on medication while applying for this ODSP, once I get the Trillium med benefit plan, once I'm on ODSP, they're going to have to reimburse me for like 28 months worth of medication. So everything I've paid out, I'm going to get back eventually. It's just a piss off, you know. Yeah, also, I forget, James Morrell has been with this channel probably one of the longest people. He is currently in the hospital right now, so he's not even conscious in the hospital. They have him in a medically induced coma. Our thoughts and prayers, my thoughts are with him. If you want to give him well wishes, please do so. He's a really good guy. Oh, so he's not unconscious anymore. Right now, it's the dollar store special for dinner. I was originally planning on making, getting some instant mashed potatoes and making croquettes. Unfortunately, I have 28 bucks to my name till tomorrow, so I spent all that on stuff that I can eat tonight and tomorrow. So I've got this, and that's gonna go in with this after I fry it. I'll boil that up. This is lunch meat. With that, I'm gonna make, I got this for $1. Gonna add that in, and because I need more proteins and fats and stuff, I'll add the cashews on top. And for flavor, I've got This was a box, so I got some soy sauce. And I never go anywhere without the handy dandy sriracha. And I know I've had one laying around here for a bit. Where did I put it? I got a lime. I've been saving this for a bit. I'm going to use it today. It's not rice. It's 5-minute rice. You just put it in hot water and it's ready. It's nothing special. Oh shit. Oh, honey, holy shit, how the hell are you? Yeah, Guru. I do a lot of foraging. It's been too busy a day for me to do any proper foraging. It rained today. Then I had to get my meds. And I was on the phone for like an hour with my lawyer, with social workers, just bitching at them. I called them out. Oh, fuck. Social work. Not all social workers, but the ones in Ontario fucking suck. Bloody Christ. She said I should manage the money I have better. I got paid today because I've got a part-time job now. And I worked 60 hours last week, more than I was supposed to. I don't have a dollar of it left. Why? Because I spent it all on my medication. And when I was on the phone, she said, oh, you should manage your fucking money better. She said, oh, you should learn to manage your money better for when you have appointments like this, because we need you to be here tomorrow. I was like, okay, you're telling me to manage my goddamn money better. Okay. I spent $584 exactly on my medication today. My paycheck was $608. Okay, manage my money better, so I shouldn't buy the medication and do your little bus trips that you're telling me to. But yeah, they suck. Well, yeah, she's needed me. She's been wanting to take vacation. My boss owns the place. And I don't know why, but she's been relying on me a lot. And since I've been there, she said she's been able to take a lot more time off because she's been getting her Fridays and Saturdays off. And then she's been taking some Thursdays and Sundays off because I'm there and she trusts me. They gave me a key to the place. I know the safe code, all that stuff. And yeah, because of that, there's a trust there. She's giving me plenty of hours. It was crazy too. It was like no hesitation. Like first week, she instantly, I guess she liked me. No problem giving me all this stuff. You should probably find a way to rejoin the Discord for now, so you can keep us all updated. There was an issue before, but you should definitely join it and keep us posted. And again, we're here if you need to talk. I haven't yet, man. I don't. Last night I don't have time. Like I go to bed, get up, and do my stuff. And it's usually times like this that I have the opportunity to watch stuff. But right now we're live streaming. That's the Ghoul beef jerky is way too overpriced for what you get. This whole meal I'm eating today, like the 5-minute rice I got for $2, and that'll be good for 2 meals. So we'll say $1.25. It was $1.50, so $1.25. This here, I'll use half of it. This was $2.50. So $1.25 again. So that's $2.50. The can of lunch meat was $2.25. I'm using half of it, and I'll use the other half tomorrow, or we're on the way for a snack. So $2.25 there. The condiments I had. So this meal I'm making is going to serve me for today and tomorrow because I'm only going to eat once. Only going to be able to eat once tomorrow because the Spinal tap. This whole meal is for 2 meals is going to cost me $4. It's the dollar store special. Honestly, I would prefer to be having like an actual steak or do something nice. I wanted to make croquettes or homemade pierogies and fry them, but unfortunately, funds would not allow that. I've never had a sloppy Joe in my life, Brian. Not once. You had to delete that. Sloppy codes. Man, that was funny. I've never had one in my entire life. See, in Canada, we've got a lot more things that are like staple foods. Like, Honey will know what I'm talking about when I say bannock. Bannock are pretty much for me. If you know what a bannock is, it's basically a bread. It is a Scottish bread that it was brought over by the Scottish, but is really popular in Native communities, Native Canadian communities. It's called bannock. It's our simplest bread to make, simplest bread in the world. It's flour, a quarter cup of oil, 2 cups of flour, a quarter cup of oil, teaspoon of salt, pepper if you want, and a tablespoon of baking powder. Mix it up to a dough. Make sure it's not a sticky dough, but you know, cut. You just make them into little dough balls like that. Cut a center hole in them and fry them in any kind of oil. They're called bannock, a fried bread. A staple for camping food, but they're also a staple for me. I always have flour on hand so I can make bannock. Hello, I'm from the government and I'm here to help. Says no government. No government has ever been here to help. Ever. Government sucks. It sucks. I knew you'd know what it is. You're in Alberta, and I heard someone say you're part native. I knew for a fact you know what bannock is. Funny thing that goes really well, like great for breakfast, lunch, or anything. But the fried dough, if you get a really good, not breaded piece of fish, don't bread the fish, but if you get like a nice white fish, like a bass or sea bass, cook it like fried up, or cook it in the oven and put it on bannock with a little bit of lemon. Fan-fucking-tastic. Uh, that's the problem. It can, yeah, Daryl. It'll keep sort of. It's just after like 10 minutes, it's not the same. It loses so much quickly. It's one of those things you make right then and there and eat right then and there. You make enough for that meal because it is so quick and easy to make. Why, one thing I miss that my grandmother used to make. It cost her nothing to make either. Um, Once in a while, she would make something. She'd go to the butcher's because, you know, you can get stuff from the butcher. She'd buy a whole sheep's head, and she'd make sheep's head stew. It's kind of jarring to see a whole, like, sheep's head bubbling away on a pot when all the meat finally falls off, gets all the meat off, removes the skin, then puts the meat back in the pot, boils the crap out of what's left of the bone, removes all that. But she used to make it called sheep's head stew. After you got all the goodness out of it, get rid of the bones, get rid of this top stuff, put the meat in, remove the skin, throw in your carrots, potatoes, and other veggies you like. And I miss that a lot. I wish I remembered what she put into it, but it was something special. That's really cool. I'm gonna guess he's Canadian. Daryl, is he Canadian? No, bannock is one of those recipes that easy to transport. Just bring some flour with you. If you get a small bag of flour like that, you've got guaranteed calories. And even then, you don't even need baking soda to make it. It helps. Like if you're going to travel, get a couple Ziploc bags, empty the flour out, and measure out enough baking powder for all of that in there, and give it a good mix with the salt. You got a pre-mix there. Boom, you're done. Then you can make it as you go. It is not a thing from up here. It's an Irish thing. Again, my grandfather was Irish, and my grandmother was French. And I guess she learned how to make that because that was my grandfather's, like, favorite thing. And, I will tell you, it was something special. Again, it's really jarring if you find out to look at when you're making it, like a whole sheep's head in a pot. But you can't tell what it was. Once you're done cooking it, you'd never tell that it was there was a sheep's head in there. All the bones and stuff are gone. It's just finding out that that's what she just cooked an entire thing. It can be jarring. Same thing, like something I love more than anything food-wise is fish. I could eat fish every single day. My problem with the way fish is served here, if you want fish, you got to go to a high-end restaurant or a fish and chip shop. The problem with that is a high-end restaurant is expensive, and a fish and chips shop is fish and chips. They batter and fry the fish. You know how I like my fish? Salt and pepper. No breading. You can fry it in a little bit of oil or bake it in the oven, however you want. I'm fine with that. But all it needs to me is some salt and pepper. Or if you really want to fancy it up, some chili oil on top. That's how I like my fish. I don't think it needs all this crap on it. The fish has a lot of taste in itself. Thank you, man. Yeah, we just like to vibe and chill. No, man. Even lemon with fish. The way I like it, like, I'm good with salt and pepper. Fish, it doesn't need the citrus. It's nice when you want on a summer day to have a little bit of citrus. It's beautiful. But if you really like fish, like the flavor of a fresh fish that you just caught, it doesn't need lemon. It doesn't need heavy seasonings. It needs a little salt and pepper because there is flavor in that fish. Mind you, I wouldn't recommend that from store-bought fish. That's more for like really fresh fish. Yeah. Salt, pepper, onion, garlic. That's my steak. Dill pickle, happy birthday to you. I hope you have a very happy birthday, Dill Pickles. I'm not cutting all the way. I'm cutting like a quarter of the way and snapping it. I just I want some of the stuff to build the coals. I've also got all this stuff right here, but that there is really dense, heavy coal-worthy wood. Fuck! Happy birthday, Cornish. How do I charge my phone? That's a really good question. This right here. I've got 4 of these things. Actually, the other ones are bigger. And with these ones, I can last 3 to 4 days depending on usage. If I decide to play a game, then it's 2 to 3 days. But, you know, I'll charge on Friday, Saturday when I'm working. And if I'm really out of power, I walk to the ranger station and charge out front of that. Or go to the library and charge in that. Happy birthday, Cornish and dill pickles. But mostly Cornish, because Cornish is awesome. Oh, come on! Good night. Keep us posted. Yeah, Larry, so do I. Usually for me to go up in viewers like that, I gotta have the camera pointed at my ugly mug, answering all the questions like this. That's when I get like a lot more viewers, because it's a little bit more entertaining than just a fire and waiting for coals and whatnot. Yeah, man, dill pickles. This can be a pretty. This is set for adults only, but be aware we can get pretty raunchy in here sometimes. T2P, man, we try to stay away from politics. Don't be like that. I've got a few ways to stay clean. When I was in Toronto, I was going to the community center every single day. That's not an option here. There's a lake not too far from here I'll just jump into. If that's not an option, there's something you can do. You shouldn't do it every day, but you can if you need to be out and about and you can feel like yourself getting musty. Get yourself a bottle of hand sanitizer. You put 1 part hand sanitizer, 4 parts water into a bottle, and bathe yourself with that. Don't do it every day. It'll dry your skin out, but that'll kill any odors just in case and keep you clean. I do that with a loofah and really scrub myself down, because from where I can actually get swimming, I can't get into the water. If I get into the water from where I am, I'm not getting out. The rocks are like this, and I can barely walk anymore. Like me coming out of that, fuck no. So it's a long way around to where I can jump in, and I can always go to work and use the showers there. Oh, I've got a job, Larry, but if you are recently homeless, you should join the Discord. Oh, sorry, Nathan. If you are homeless, you should join our Discord. A lot of people in there, and I can probably help you start with the YouTube. It takes a lot to build a channel, and you've got to be different about it. You're not out as begging. Do not beg on YouTube. I don't beg, I don't borrow, I don't steal. But if you just keep it up and be yourself, you'll grow, you'll get monetized, and that can be an income source. So join the Discord, and we'll see what we can do we'll talk sometime. I'm on and off all night long. I have weird sleeping habits because pain and whatnot. But yeah, we'll see what we can do for you. Yeah, I'm north-ish Ontario. I'm all northern Ontario, so I'm a bit further up than you. You should start right now preparing for winter. Your next thing you should be doing is preparing yourself for winter. Sort of fried rice, I guess you could call it. I went to the dollar store. I'm making the dollar store special. I got half a can of Spam, sriracha. This I didn't buy. I've had this for a while. I love this stuff. Some baby corn, rice, a lime that I've had forever. I did buy this, so I spent like $8 today, and I'm gonna have 2 meals out of it. And this is gonna go on top. So I'm gonna call it a spicy Thai rice, even though it's just not. Boots for winter. Not yet. I've got to get some. I'll go to the thrift store. Usually I find really good shoes at the thrift store. People donate size 13s all the time, 13 wides, because not many people buy the 13 wides are always on the shelf. My last pair of boots were like a $600 pair of boots I got for $20 at the thrift store. They were barely used. It's people donate my size stuff to the thrift store, like my feet, all the time. Lucky, no. Try going to go buy 13 wides, by the way. 13 wides. I got huge feet. See? I'm 191 centimeters tall, eh? I don't know what 12C is. I've never seen the C. I've only seen the numbers and the wides. Mine are 13W, 13.5W. Oh. Brian, I'm gonna say you're about 5'10" then. 5'10", 5'11", breaking 6 foot. I'm glad you went out. Going out with friends is a good thing for you. Oh shit. Fuck. I was size 13 when I was 15 years old. I was a short motherfucker too when I was 15. I was a short shit. I was like 5'4", 5'3". I was short. And it was that summer when I turned 16, and I knew I was going to be tall because my feet were huge. I looked ridiculous. I looked like a clown. On one summer, like over 3 months, I shot up from like 5'4" to 6'3". Oh my god, the stretch marks on my back, all the bone pain. Holy shit. Stoke the fire, you short shit. Oh god, thank you, William. Ah, it was good. Thank you, man. Nah, man, I'm waiting for. I need some coals. I want to cook. I'm gonna wait till this burns down a bit so I can start frying up the lunch meat. Add the rice and the corn. How tall are you, William O'Leary? Go on if you're gonna be like that. No, I'm 191 centimeters, man. That's 6'3" tall. Yeah, Nathan, I made it through all last winter. It was unpleasant. I got down to -20. If you go back on, make yourself, if you're in a tent or you're in a shack or whatever, take the time, make yourself something called the Crisco candle. Get yourself some of that Crisco baking fat and a pack of tampons. Shove the tampon in and light the tampon. You've got a candle that'll keep us a decent sized space warm for nothing. The candle itself will last like 70, 75 days. Get yourself a few sleeping bags, something to go on the ground. Make sure you're a couple inches off the ground. Make sure there's 2 or 3 blankets over your padding, and a sheet, a blanket. Then layer your sleeping bag over opened. If you want to put a quilt over that, you can, and you'll stay warm no matter how cold it gets. Actually, you're not wrong. I don't hate spam. But this isn't spam. This isn't spam. Spam is a brand. This is the knockoff spam. See? Pain. That's how you know it's a knockoff. It's not called spam, it's called pain. Or, luncheon meat. Or pain. W. Whites. Depends. I know it depends. I do like a little bit of a dildo once in a while. Who among us doesn't enjoy a little bit of pegging? That's an invite, William. Come on over. Now, let me tell you something, William. When you're making fun of stuff like this, it says a lot about you. You're young. You're a kid. Or you've got no adventurous side to you. I've been married. I've tried a lot of shit. A lot. Stuff that would, curl your hair. I'm not ashamed of it. I've done more crap than you don't want to know the crap I've done. But the fact that you're like, oh, this is it shows how either inexperienced you are, you've never met a woman, or how much of a basic bitch you are. But that's just you. I've always been of the opinion, you gotta live, you gotta try shit. And if it's fun, try it again. Good cat. I've been out here for about a year. September 29th will be a year. October 3rd, this channel will be a year old. And yeah, I've been growing pretty fast. I've talked to all the bigger ones, well, all the older ones who don't post much anymore. I'm friends with Hydrovlogs is a really good guy. He doesn't post much anymore. He's been posting recently. HYDROVLOGS. He's a very interesting guy. I Am Shan the Man is a really good guy too. Quirky Berkey. He's a bit annoying, but he's cool. I know all these guys. You don't know these names, but I do. Oh, fuck, Cornish. That was awesome. It wasn't a fire, man. That wasn't a campfire. That was a fucking forest fire. God damn, they cleared like an acre worth of forest, threw it in a pile, and burned it with gasoline. I do TGM Tangy GT. You were here yesterday. Don't worry, I don't forget people. I'm not one of those YouTubers who just sits here and talks without responding. I tried to respond to as many people as possible, and I try to remember them. I care about every single person here, you know. I'm not just one of those guys who are like, oh, yeah, I'm going to get a following and not give a shit. Let's say I got 1 million followers and I'm getting 2-3 million views every time. I'm going to still try to interact with every single person. More importantly, the OGs, always but I would still try to, you know, interact with every single person. Oh, again, yeah, we get rid of the serious trolls, but we allow a little bit of trolling because it can be fun and funny. But if they're just being sexist, homophobic, racist, too much political nonsense, or just being an asshole or being a dick, as we call it, that's when they get hid and timed out and banned. 4 rules is easy: no sexism, homophobia, racism, and just don't be a dick. We're okay with trolling. Right now, I'm cooking Spam. I live out here, man. I'm a hobo. Long story, but I got sick. Nowhere to go, so I went to the woods. Damn, that sounds really good, though. Again, I've never had a sloppy Joe. I've seen the mix, the can of the Sloppy Joe mix in the store, and I just don't know if it's sweet. If it's sweet, I won't like it. I don't think meat and sweet go together. I am. Thank you. Oh no. So there's something they call donair. It's a meat dish, like they wrap it up like a donair kebab. I like the meat. The meat is seasoned beautifully, but then they put the donair sauce. It's this garlic sauce, but it's sweet. It's like a garlicky icing, and the second they put that crap on, I hate the whole sandwich. Daniel, you take care. The truth hurts, so cry about it. What's my OnlyFans account? Extra cheesy foot fetish. Extra cheesy foot fetish. That's what I do on OnlyFans. Woo. I was walking through the woods, barefoot because that's what I do, so they're nice and muddy. Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. Oh man, again, I'm okay with a little bit of light trolling and fun. It's fun, man. I'm not one to be like, oh, you can't say that shit. Get out of here. You're banned, bitch. You're banned. I don't do that crap. I don't do that crap ever. In fact, it's funny. We've got a few people on the Discord who first started as trolls, and we got talking, and we had a lot in common. That's not a cast iron pan. That is a steel pan that I shouldn't be using on here. The handle is rubber. I don't have cast iron anymore. And this brand, I don't know, because I found this. I was out scavenging, and yeah, I found this pan. Cleaned it up, brought it back to camp. Worst part is when I left Toronto, I had a whole set of cast iron. I had like a whole set of cast iron. I had the big cauldron, a skillet, the flat top, a proper frying pan and everything. I had a whole set that I got for free off of an app called Carrot. It's a Toronto local buy sell giveaway app, and I had to leave it behind because that's like 40 pounds in my bag. Left Toronto, went up north for work, found a job. Part-time, but it's something. Shit. It is very peaceful here. That is just Spam. Well, lunch meat, whatever you want to call it. It's the Hollandaise brand. And this shit's about to go into it. Baby corn. I'm trying to make something that'll last me. I'll eat half of this tonight. Finish the rest for tomorrow because I got a long bus ride. I got to be up and out for 4 in the morning. Got a bus ride at 6. Then I get my spinal tapped. My lumbar puncture. Baby corn. I don't know. What is spam capital of the world? I think it'd be Korea. Korea has a real fondness for spam. I'd say Seoul. Cool. I did not know this. I learned something new today. Awesome. And just gonna get that stoked back up. Shit. Yeah, well, this is legit. This is just, I'm calling the dollar store special. That's got to get going again. Again, this is not just for now. This is for today and tomorrow. Because I'm going to have no way to eat anything tomorrow. Dude, I get to eat once a day. I only get to eat once a day. And cooking like this is, I don't do, like, anything. And I'm going to have to eat really early in the morning. Because I have a spinal tap. I'm getting a spinal tap tomorrow. First, I'm going to be on a bus at 6 in the morning. So when I wake up at 4, I'm going to eat whatever's left over, which will be about half. Eat that. Then 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because I'll eat at 4. That'll be my last meal until I get back to camp sometime Thursday morning. Because, I've got to take a trip to Toronto tomorrow. I've got medical procedure tomorrow, a lumbar puncture. They're taking some spinal fluid and doing some tests. And then, like, in a week, I'll have the cerebral angiogram and probably the MRI the same day. Or one of them is going to go first. I don't know which one. And, yeah. I got a whole bunch of tests, like medical tests I've got to get done. Jalen O, about growing potatoes, there's a thing. I know what you're saying. Yeah, it'd be great. Potatoes are easy growing and whatnot. But there's something I'm completely against. And that's bringing foreign species of plants and vegetation into areas they don't belong. If I throw some potatoes down here, who knows what the environmental impact would be to these woods? Potatoes aren't meant to be here. Root vegetables like that don't grow here, or there's none here. So if I was to do that, I could severely fuck up the ecosystem here. So I won't. Mind you, there are plenty of things to forage. Night, Cornish. Probably put too much water in that. Oh well. There's rice in there, there's spam in there, and there's baby corn. Once the rice is ready, I'll add this in. This for flavor. And I have soy sauce and some soy sauce. No, man, this is just something thrown together that will taste halfway okay. And, keep me going for tonight and tomorrow. Nathan, about what you're saying is, yes, a semi-permanent structure, I'm already in the process of building it. There'll be a video when it's started and done, but right now, over there, I've shown you guys the other day on live, I've got 2 skids over there, a little bit further back in the woods, halfway here, I've got about 7 more skids that I liberated. I've got about 10 construction tarps, like a really big construction tarp, to wrap it in, and some styrofoam insulation, all stashed that I got to slowly bring over here and build. But I also need to get a hammer, some nails and stuff before I start building. But what you're saying is, yes, I already have a plan. I'm building that. I'm building a semi-cabin-esque thing. Yeah, definitely give me a like. I didn't find them. I don't call it stealing. I call it liberation. No, when it comes down to it, I don't... they're tossing them. They're in a pile where they end up breaking them down and tossing them to throw out. They never actually reuse this shit. It ended up either getting broken down or some scrapper comes by, takes them, and sells them off for $15 a shot. So it's more expensive for them to return them than it is just to leave them. So, fair game. It's fair game. Like the ones I got, they were in a dumpster at a construction zone, on a construction site on the highway. They were in the dumpster. So if it's in the dumpster or in an area that's getting tossed out, it's fair game. That's the thing. It's cheaper for them to throw it out. Pallets just get thrown out, man. Unless they're, like a milk company or the plastic ones, they don't get thrown out. But majority of the time, for construction, they just toss them because it's not worth them returning. Same damn thing. Yeah, skids, pallets. Oh, I know. I like pallets. The only ones they don't want you to take are the green plastic ones that are used for milk. Yeah, no, that's the point. If you know where to look, if they're in the dumpster or by the dumpster, they're fair game. I don't know how much you're paying for the pallets, but that's why I like construction sites, especially off the highway. They are managed by the government, and the government doesn't give a shit. So they get left there, they get tossed out. I'm gonna call it fried sort of rice. Sort of fried rice, mostly. It is Spam and baby corn so far. I'm gonna put some sauces in it to make it actually have flavor. And I'm also gonna put these in because this is a meal for today and tomorrow. Because I don't have, this is the dollar store special, man. I've already got better than one of those electric blanket things. What's better than those electric blankets are just a regular -40 thermal blanket, which I have. And time to put the lime in. I got lime. Lime goes in. A little bit of sriracha. Because sriracha is God. A little bit of soy. More soy. There's no one gonna come here to steal. I'm not taking my tent with me. I'm not gonna. No point. I saw nobody here. I'll just leave it here. I'm gonna leave most of my stuff here. I've not seen a single person here since I've been here. That's about half. Cashews. I can eat cashews. Can't eat peanuts, but I can eat cashews. I'm not on the lam, man. I ain't no criminal. Just disabled and homeless. Actually, it's not bad at all. That's actually really good. Fucking Christ. Fucking dollar store special when it's good. Oh, dude, thank you, man. I appreciate the super. Holy crap, thank you. Yep. And I appreciate the super. I really do. Now it's time to pack up and watch that burn for a bit. And keep moving. I like that. Are you on the lam? Are you? What did you do? Are you running from the cops? Oh, fuck, man. Nah. I was in a city. I left there because it's a long story, but I got sick. I worked in construction for a long time. I got sick. Started having seizures. Don't know exactly what's wrong with me, but I've got a sinking suspicion it's multiple sclerosis, which sucks. I got divorced. Lasted a couple years. Ran out of everything, my savings and whatnot, over last September. Fucking tried to find a part-time job or a job anywhere, but Toronto wasn't doing it for me. Finally had an opportunity to come to Sudbury, where I am right now, because I found a job that wanted to interview me. Didn't get that job, but another job. I went and saw the owner, and she hired me on the spot, which was fantastic. And I've been here ever since. It's part-time, but it's keeping me going, you know? Thank you, man. Watching the ads. You're funny, man. You know, you don't actually have to watch the ads. Even if you skip them, I still get money for it. They pay to play it, not to watch it. The unskippable ones are different. Because you can't skip them. Ha ha ha. Who would have thought? But, no, I still get paid for it. It's like nothing, but I still do. Oh, shit. Yeet. And that is today and tomorrow, because I'm going into Toronto tomorrow to get a spinal tap. Or what do they call it? A lumbar puncture. I kind of fucking hate how good that is. Like, here's how bad they are. Well, now I've just been jumping into the lake. Or going to... No. How did I do that? Oh, man. I lost all my soy sauce. It spilt over and I didn't notice it. Damn it. Yeah, just use what's left. That sucks. That fucking sucks, man. I spent $1 on that. Lumbar puncture is a diagnostic test, something that they should have done a long time ago. They're taking some spinal fluid, and it'll either confirm or rule out a whole lot of different stuff. And the week after that, I've got... next week, I'll be doing a cerebral angiogram. If you Google what an angiogram is, they cut into your groin and check out your heart. Cerebral angiogram is the same thing. They cut into your groin, stick a wire into you. Instead of going to your heart, they bypass it and go to your brain, inject some dye into it, and take pictures. That's next week. I've had one of those before. It sucks. It's just about as fun as it sounds. Almost. But the good thing is, the one good thing about it is, I went in to get my medication from the drugstore today because I got a bunch of new prescriptions. They put me on a neurological pain blocker because I've got a lot of pain. Thank you, man. So I've got neurological pain. It's the thing about neurological pain is it sucks. It's like, you know, when you stub your toe tells you stubbed your toe, it hurts. Tells your brain, and your brain tells you that you're in pain. Instead of that, your brain is just like, yo, dude, I'm going to pull an epic sick prank. And my brain is telling me my left leg is broken and on fire and getting shot and shocked at the same time. It sucks. But my left leg, there's nothing physically wrong with it. And so they put me on a couple things. One, not a blood thinner, but a blood pressure medication, because I'm constantly in pain. My blood pressure is like fucking up the roof. Put that on the last test because I've been in nonstop pain for like a month. It sucks. So they got me on a blood pressure medication and a neurological pain blocker. Plus I've got my antidepressants and my anti-anxiety medication. I don't get the Trillium benefit because I'm not on disability yet, and I don't get Ontario Works. I do have an old drug plan from my old employer that's going to be with me for as long as I need it. It changed. Before it was 10%, now it's 20%. Today, I got paid from work. I worked 60 hours over the last 2 weeks. I'm only supposed to be doing 40 every 2 weeks, but it was great. They needed me. I went into the pharmacy today to get my meds, and it turned out to be my entire paycheck. I was left with $28 of my paycheck after buying 4 medications. That's not the problem. I get paid from YouTube tomorrow. I'll have $400 in. That's fine. I'll survive. I was told I have to go last week to Toronto. I was told last Friday, oh, surprise, next week you got to come to Toronto on Wednesday. It's like, what about if I had something to do on Wednesday? They just surprise you with it. I called the social workers. I asked them, how do you expect me to get to Toronto? I've got no money. Well, the social worker says to me, well, you're going to have to figure that out. You should be more responsible with your money. I'm like, what are you talking about? Well, you're working part-time, don't you get paid? He's like, yeah. Why aren't you should be saving some of that for these things? It's like, okay, so I need to be more responsible with my money. Fuck you. I just got paid today. I had to get my medications. You guys aren't letting me, you guys are fighting me on the disability. You guys wouldn't give me Ontario Works, and I don't even qualify for it now because I got the part-time job. I just fucking spent $584 on all my medications for next month. Out of my pocket. And you're telling me I gotta be better with my money. Okay, so what do I do? Not buy the meds? Then you get mad at me and say, oh, he's not using his medication. He's fine. He doesn't need disability. Or I have a massive seizure and I freaking can't move. So I ended up calling my lawyer who got on the line. He's a good guy. He's pro bono. He got on the line with me and her, and then all of a sudden they changed their tune. And they're like, okay, we'll pay for the bus ride there and back. So it's booked for tomorrow. The bus leaves at 6 a.m. They went the cheapest route too. There's one of the mega buses, the double decker buses, and there's like lay down seating in the back. They cheaped out and got me the cheapest, economy seat they possibly could. And that's tomorrow. 9 hours there, 9 hours back. That's the problem. That's the problem. You just can't buy half of them. Your doctor writes you a prescription, and here they write you the month's supply. They say, here it is, get your meds. You can't do bi-weekly. But it is what it is. They're paying for the bus ride, and I wouldn't want to spend money on the bus anyways. It's like $50 there and back. I would have hitchhiked. I've hitchhiked a lot. No problem hitchhiking. But it's okay, though. I'm not too pissed off at it anymore. When I was talking to the lawyer, he notified me of something, that when I do get onto my disability, I get the Trillium medical benefits. They'll be paying for 100% of all my medications. But because I've been applying for disability for so long and there's been so many delays because they fucking suck, I will get 28 months of what I've paid out for medications back to me through the Trillium benefits. So I'll get all that money I've spent back eventually. Yep, part-time minimum wage sucks. Ugh, doesn't matter. Yeah, no, they'll end up giving me that back. Like, they should be covering it, but they're not because of some stupid shit, so I will get most of what I paid out back. Yeah, it's just, I don't understand. It's why I have a hate on for social workers right now. How can you say that? You need to be responsible with the money you've got. Okay, what am I supposed to do when you're telling me to be responsible? I just spent all my paycheck on medications that my doctor's prescribed that I have to have. And if I don't get them, you'll tell me I have to have those medications, because if I'm not taking them, you'll say, no, he must be okay. He doesn't need them. He doesn't need disability. So what the fuck do you want from me? Oh, that's why I'm very grateful to that's why I'm very grateful to have a lawyer now. Like, I wouldn't have had this lawyer if I didn't get so pissed off. The why I've got this lawyer was I got mad. I went to my doctor and I asked him why haven't you done this the spinal tap? Why haven't you done this procedure? Why haven't we done this test? It's been 4 years. And he gave me some excuses. Then I had to see the social worker. They said some other stuff to me that really pissed me off. So I took a day when I was in Toronto and I emailed about 50 different lawyers explaining the whole situation with everything I've got. And the one lawyer that got back to me, he asked me to come in to see him. And he's like, well, I do a lot of pro bono work. And if you're telling me the truth, I'll look into what you've got. If you're telling me the truth, I'll take you on for free. Because he thinks I should be on disability. And he did. He took me on for free because I gave him everything. I didn't bullshit him. And yeah, that's how I got him. And he's been taking care of a lot of things. Yeah, basically, you're fucked. Anyways, I'm going to, my fire is out. It burned out, which is great. I'm going to go ahead and end the stream now. It's been fun, as always. But I want to get in there and, eat, sleep, and get up in the morning because tomorrow's a long day. It's been fun, everybody. If I'm back, then probably the next stream will be not tomorrow, but Thursday, I'll say. Yeah, definitely Thursday. And yeah, we'll do it again on Thursday. So you guys have a good one. Thanks for joining me. And I know I ranted a bit today because I'm pissed off, but it's been fun. Take care.